Hello and welcome to Unit 4. In this lesson, we are going to talk about job interviews. Some important clues for a job interview are the following. First, a good CV, curriculum vitae, or a resume in American. Then, you should really have a very good cover letter in order for you to be called for the interview and, most important, to be hired for the job, because we're here to get a job. So now I will give you 7 different tips to make your interview successful. First one, practice and prepare. Second one, develop a connection with the interviewer. Third, research the company on the net, and then in the interview, show what you know about it. 4, get ready ahead of time. 5, really important, be on time for the interview. 6, try to stay calm. And 7, and the last one, follow up after the interview. So now, let's look at the concept map of the unit. In this Unit 4, in Session 1, we'll be talking about writing a CV, always related to job interviews, of course. And we are going to learn how to pronounce difficult vowel sounds. Then we will study the structure of some verbs using ing or verbs using the infinitive. And the vocabulary we will study is related to work. In Session 2, always related to job interview, we'll talk about job ads and writing a covering letter, which you already know. We will know how to use some phrasal verbs related to job ads and writing a cover letter, and we will also learn the structure of formal letters. In Session 3, we will talk about successful job interviews. For that, the grammar we will study is the use of articles and the use of verbs or adjectives plus prepositions. The vocabulary in this session is related to job interviews. And finally, and if you're interested in the culture section, we'll be talking about 9 to 5, about business culture and about stress at work. So let's take a look to the sessions. Here we are going to meet Susana and Lourdes. They are feeling very pleased in London, and in Session 1 they will check different websites about how to write a good CV. We will learn about the do's and don'ts of CV writing, and we'll also check some jargon or slang. In 1.1, they will write a CV and they will learn some work vocabulary. You have a sample CV here. You have a sample CV. And then you put it into practice. And that's going to be it about the session. In Session 2, they start looking for job ads. They will check for vacancies and looking for a job here. They will have a look to job ads. They continue the job ads. Some specific abbreviations and vocabulary. And finally, they're going to put it into practice in order to write a cover letter. Here we will learn the structure of cover letters. You can take a look to CV tips. We will learn some phrasal verbs, and we will end up talking about formal letters. The words you need for formal letters, the usual structures, the vocabulary used, and finally some tips for writing a covering letter. With this, we will finish Session 2. In session 3, they will take a look at job interviews, and we will learn different things to make an interview successful. So, at a job interview, that's the situation with Mr. Parker and Mrs. Quinn. And then we will learn some specific vocabulary in order to be successful in a job interview. You have some grammar, like the articles, the prepositions, and finally the words you need in an interview questions. This is the vocabulary, the interview questions you usually have. Very interesting to have a look at that, because that way you can prepare the interview. And then with this specific vocabulary, we'll be finishing session 3. Good luck with ud4.